Hello, 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 I'm Ruby Burrito, and welcome to today's video. We are finally in the month of June, which means it's time for another project update. If you're new to the project, I have been working on crafting 4 sets of legendary armor: PvP, World v World, Raid, and the Obsidian set from the Secrets of the Obscure expansion. Every month at the beginning of the month, I run through what's changed. Without further ado, we'll take a dive. I did move. If you caught the video that Emerald Nachos did for me recently, you'll note I did move recently, so didn't have as much playtime this month as I wanted to, so I actually used some gold to force some of these into a status of completion. So the big change here is going to be the globs of ectoplasm. We completely finished that, so the next set is going to be the tier 6 crafting, well, all the intermediate crafting materials here, tier 6, 5, and 4, and 3. So, looking at all of the blood through here, we have the 3s done largely and one of the 5s. That's kind of been how it was. I used laurels to complete this set, and I did mess that up a little bit. I probably should have... I bought too many. I finished these and then had to sell the extras, and I should have used those to get some here, or with the tier 6s, but that's okay. Moving down, we got a couple stabilizing matrices, nothing really to write home about, but steady progress. Slowly but surely we'll get that up there, and eventually probably have to buy the rest, but that's why I don't want to buy them now, because they're pretty expensive. Envoy armor, I still need to find a time to raid. Working on that now that the move is done. Shards of Glory, I've got a better way of tracking this now, so pretty happy about that. I'll actually be able to see that progress. These are also something I can purchase. Skirmish claim tickets, unfortunately, have not been going as I intended. Got just over 100 in the last month. At that rate, I'm not going to get nowhere. Not going to get anywhere near where I need to be. So, Memories of Battle, again, I can purchase these. So this is just preventing something that I need to purchase later down the line. Essences of Luck, this was another big one that I worked on pushing. I had a whole bunch of unidentified gear, and I pushed to get those in there. These have seen very little work. They'll probably see some once the content drops. Speaking of the content, I will actually be late to playing the content. Emerald Nachos is going to help me with some content early this week when the content drops. And then Friday, I'm actually planning on streaming my first playthrough. So Friday night, I'll be doing that. You guys should be able to check and come hang out live if you want to. Otherwise, I'll post it on YouTube as well, so if you guys are curious. We did completely finish map completion. So that's another thing to talk about. I actually forgot that that was through the month of June, or May. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was really close the first week of May, and then I completed map completion for Secrets of the Obscure. Ancient Coins, steadily making progress. I found a better way to have my PvP daily character sit there and get more than just 2 chests. So pretty excited about that. This has been no progress. Once we get the update, I'll start working on the research notes, I think, because I'm pretty excited. You can see this gold drop. I was steadily getting the gold, and then we spent it on ectos, largely. So, World v World, no huge increase. PvP, we did go up 2 levels. We're like 7,000 into 94 now, because I was able to actually play this weekend, which was great. I need 6 more levels. That means 5.5, 6 more levels, somewhere in there. And we're going to pretty much stop playing PvP when we hit this. We'll make sure that we have all of the currencies. So we have the Ascended Shards of Glory, so we'll probably just buy the remaining Shards of Glory. We'll put World v World as our only daily, and we're going to grind out World v World, get those Skirmish claim tickets, because that's going to be the big holdup there. Because ultimately, what we need to get is that level 100 here. Once, like I said, once we get to level 100, we start grinding World v World. Once we finish World v World, this is all just pending volatile magic. I have 188,000 raw volatile magic. I have a whole bunch of currencies that I can consume. I probably have like 500,000, I would say right now, which is not anywhere near where I want it to be, but that will turn into a healthy amount of tier 6s and tier 5s. I probably already have enough to finish the tier 6s and tier 5s, but then we've got these. So we'll start farming this at the end. These currencies, the map currencies, and I just really, this is going to be the biggest roadblock, is the Envoy armor. The new backpack that's coming out looks awesome, and what I'm probably going to end up doing next is the legendary backpacks. So Fractal, World v World PvP, and the new open world. So I have that to consider with the whole not doing PvP anymore, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's really all that's changed. If you guys have projects that you want to tell me about below in the comments, let me know. Otherwise, hopefully we'll see you guys live in that stream. If you guys have really anything you want to chat about, let me know down below. If you're excited about the content, I'm excited to not have all this in my inventory soon. I have I have at least one ring, yeah, 2 rings on this character that I can get rid of, because I don't think I need to keep these. These are just Berserker rings that don't have Agony Infusion. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff that we can keep working on. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to play until Friday after today, so we'll have to take another quick break. But hey, we're going to keep working on it. We're going to keep making progress. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for keeping up with these updates, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the next one.